just wanted to whisper some Bob Dylan poems. On the back of all of his vinyl records, well, on most of them, there's poems written on the back of them. And I'm gonna start with the back of the Times Are Changing album. Just that one. One of his most iconic albums of all time. And the name of the poem is 11 Outlined Epitaphs. Sorry. I end up, then, in the early evening, blindly punching at the blind, breathing heavy, stuttering, and blowing up. Where to go? What is it that's exactly wrong? Who to picket? Who to fight? Behind what windows will I, at least, hear someone from the supper table get up to ask, did I hear someone outside just now? Yesterday, an hour ago, it came to me in a second's flash, and was all so clear. It still is now. Yes, it is. It's maybe hiding. It must be hiding. The shot has shook me up, for I've never heard that sound before, bringing wild thoughts at first, ragged, wild, numb, wild. Now, though, they've leveled out and been wrung out, leaving nothing but the strangeness, the roots within a washed-out cloth dripping from the clothesline pole. Strange thoughts, doubting thoughts, useless and unnecessary. The blast, it's true, startled me back but for a spell, content with all pictures, posters, and the like, that are painted for me. But I turned, and the next time I looked, the gloves of garbage had clobbered the canvas, leaving truckloads of trash, cluttering the colors with a blinding sting, forcing me to once again slam the shutter of my eyes, but also me too wondering when they'll open, much, much stronger than anyone whose own eyes are aimed over here at mine. When will he open up his eyes? Who, him? Don't you know he's a crazy man? He never opens up his eyes, but he'll surely miss the world go by. Nah, he lives in his own world. My, then he really must be a crazy man. Yeah, he's a crazy man. And so, on spangled streets and country roads, I hear sleigh bells jingle jangle, virgin girls far in the field sing and laugh with flickering voices. Softly faded, I stop and smile, and rest a while, watching the candles of sundown dim, unnoticed, unnoticed, for my eyes are closed. In times behind, I too wish I'd lived in the hungry 30s, and blew in like Woody to New York City, and sang for dimes on subway trains, satisfied at a nickel fare, and passing the hat and hitting the bars on 8th Ave, and making the rounds to the union halls. But when I came in, the fares were higher, up to 15 cents in climbing, and those bars that Woody's guitar rattled, they've changed, they've been remodeled, and those union halls, all the CIO and the MNU. Come now, can you see 'em? Needing me for a song or two. Where are these forces of yesteryear? Why didn't they meet me here and greet me here? The underground's gone deeper, says the old chimney sweeper. The underground's out of work, sing the bells of New York. The underground's more dangerous, ring the bells of Los Angeles. The underground's gone, cry the bells of San Juan. But where has it gone to, ring the bells of Toronto? Strength now shines through my window, regaining me and rousing me, day by day, from the weariness of walking with ghosts that rose and had risen from the ruins and remains of the Model T past. Even though I clutched to its sheet, I was still refused and left confused, for there was nobody there to let me in. A wasteland wind whistled from behind the billboard. There's nobody home, all is moved out. Flatly denied, I turned indeed, flinched at first, but said, okay, I get the message. Feeling unwanted? No. Unloved? No. I felt nothing, for there was nobody there. I didn't see no one to want or unwant, to love or not love. Maybe they're there, but they won't let me in. And, the other one is on the back of the Bringing It All Back Home album. It's his first rock and roll album, but the first half is acoustic folk songs, and the second half is backed with a band. And I'm standing there watching the parade, feeling a combination of Sleepy John Estates, Jane Mumsfield, Humphrey Bogart, Mortimer Snerd, Murph the Surf, and so forth. Erotic hitchhiker wearing Japanese blanket gets my attention by asking, didn't he see me at this hootenanny down in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico? I say, no, you must be mistaken. I happen to be one of the Supremes. Then he rips off his blanket and suddenly becomes a middle-aged druggist, up for district attorney. He starts screaming at me, you're the one that's been causing all them riots over in Vietnam. Immediately turns to a bunch of people and says if elected, he'll have me electrocuted publicly on the next 4th of July. I look around and all these people he's talking to are carrying blowtorches. Needless to say, I split fast, go back to the nice quiet country. I'm standing there writing "what" on my favorite wall, when who should be passing by in a jet plane but my recording engineer. I'm here to pick up you and your latest works of art. Do you need help with anything? My songs are written with the kettle drum in mind, a touch of anxious color, unmentionable, obvious, and people, perhaps, like a soft Brazilian singer. I have given up making any attempt at perfection. The fact that the White House is filled with leaders that have never been to the Apollo Theater amazes me. Why Allen Ginsberg was not chosen to read poetry at the inauguration boggles my mind. If someone thinks Norman Mailer is more important than Hank Williams, that's fine. I have no arguments and I never drink milk. I would rather model harmonica holders than discuss Aztec anthropology, English literature, or the history of the United Nations. I accept chaos. I am not sure whether it accepts me. I know there's some people terrified of the bomb, but there are other people terrified to be seen carrying a modern screen magazine. Experience teaches that silence terrifies people the most. I am convinced that all souls have some superior to deal with, like the school system, an invisible circle of which no one can think without consulting someone. In the face of this, responsibility, security, success, they mean absolutely nothing. I would not want to be Bach, Mozart, Tolstoy, Joe Hill, Gertrude Stein, James Dean. They're all dead. The great books have been written. The great sayings have all been said. I'm about to sketch you a picture of what goes on around here sometimes, though I don't understand too well myself what's really happening. I do know that we're all gonna die someday, and that no death has ever stopped the world. My poems are written in a rhythm of unpoetic distortion, divided by pierced ears, false eyelashes, and subtracted by people constantly torturing each other, with a melodic purring line of descriptive hollowness, seen at times through dark sunglasses and other forms of psychic explosion. A song is anything that can walk by itself. I am called a songwriter. A poem is a naked person. Some people say that I am a poet. And so I answer my recording engineer, yes, well I could use some help getting this wall on the plane.